Meet me at the altar in your white dress. And the reason why I'm singing that today, we're going to talk about friendships, relationships, situationships, how social media possibly affects them, or maybe not, because that's what I believe. I don't believe social media has anything to do with your friendships, your relationships, or whatever you as a person. Because we used to have tabloids. We had people in our family who were doing the things that they were doing with side families and kids. We have friends talking behind our backs in front of our faces. We don't need social media for that. But Stump, what do you think?
Personally, I think you're like I agree with you to an extent. It won't ruin a relationship. However, comma, I do think it's what you do absorb based on the pages and stuff you follow and choose to look at every day because you're subconsciously building that in your brain, right? So, for example, if you're looking as a male, if you're just looking at all the fucking Instagram models every day, and then you're married, you're looking at your wife, you might not find her as attractive because you're looking at women that you don't have in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion on that. But so then when it comes to being intimate with your spouse, you realistically can't because you didn't build images of women that are not in your life because of what you're looking at, right? That's how I see it. You know what I mean? It's not going to ruin your relationship, but it is going to change your aspect of how you view your partner and stuff like that. And then there's good things with social media and there's negative things with social media. But if you're following a lot of pages that have to do with building poor relationships and building poor habits, you're subconsciously going to put those out for yourself, right? So, but it also can build a relationship too. Like from, you guys, if you and your, whether your spouse or your homies or whatever, you guys do fucking funny shit on social media together and do stuff like that. It can help build your relationship and building a bond and stuff like that in that aspect. But overall, no, I don't think it'll totally ruin relationships, but I think it does affect how you view things in your relationship. And I do feel like there's this whole like culture of men should be doing this, women should be doing that, blah, 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 blah. And then like bringing all these weird arguments that realistically were they there before? Yeah. But now people just go ahead and openly free talk about stuff that's should be problematic to solve with your partner or even through your friendship, like even friendships, you got a lot of social media bullies that are willing to just go in here and say whatever trick they want, but then you see in person like, no, I was just kidding. Nah, bro, like when somebody, like you said, we're going back to words I've meaning, you up on social media talking reckless when no dang well you wouldn't say it to that person's face in person.
And with that, we're not going to be out here trolling you. We're going to get you on the right mindset and probably get you to that altar where you get to wear that white dress or black suit or whatever you want to wear, right? We're out here for friends. We're out here for community. We're out here with family, be it social media, be it in real life. But hey, you got Stump the Grump over there looking great, being amazing outside in the wild again. Me, Big Grump, in my hidey hole, getting ready to do big things. About to be free Friday. I don't know. But here we are
uh,
again. The Grump family talking about how social media affects
responses don't require reaction. And that's it. Until they be like,
What's up?
Yeah.
How you doing?
up over there and me, we got over there, but I'm right here. Yourself. You're trying to make yourself better each day. There's somebody out there fighting.
You just like it was I forget because we were going through. I forgot we were going through some inspection. He's like, it's gonna make you look fucked up. When I sure enough, and she's like, she's freaking yoga.
Yeah.
That is a freaking clothes, all that stuff. That's all stuff that's like appearance, small stuff. I heard.
relationships. What you
Yeah,
think?
I mean, like I said, like, it's all about what you like. I personally, I went through my own little journey where, yeah, I was following all these Instagram models, and I was just like, it's not that I didn't find my way for that, but I noticed I was like, yo, I'm building an image of somebody who's not around me 24/7. So I went through it. Like I personally went through and deleted all that stuff, all of my social media because of that. Like, and mostly too because I'm spiritually and mentally growing and developing, and I'm like understanding that I don't need to look at all that stuff all the time. There's no sense for it. What's it really going to do for me? Nothing. I'm just sit there and fantasize about something. It's not that I can't have it, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I may never see this person in real life or whatever. But I have a wife and all this stuff that I can cherish and value and look at all this other stuff. So why do I need to go look at other women in that sense just because I find them attractive? But then I'm not looking at my wife the same as having that attractive eye or whatever. And vice versa. So women do the same thing. You're following all these dudes that are jacked or whatever, but then you go look at your husband like, oh, he don't look like him. So now you can, you know what I'm saying? It's like all these weird
He has
things
a
that-
dad bod.
Yeah, he has a dad bod, so then you're not even finding her attractive. Your husband, it's all these things that I figure out. At the end of the day, you choose what you want to view and see. It's your social media, it's your algorithm. But understand behind that, your subconsciously could be building something negative in your mind for no reason. And then that's how problems start in the relationship, right? In a sense, because you're subconsciously building images and thoughts of somebody who you're not around 24/7. Right. Instead of maybe really having a conversation, hey, let's both start working out together and getting in the gym and building our bodies to be better and all this other stuff. Right. Saying those ideas, saying the right things to your partner advice. Oh, you don't look like this person I follow. I'm getting tired of looking at you and blah, blah. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. Right.
No,
But
no, 100%. I agree with you. And then the aspect, like you said earlier, words have meaning, and it's about the way you approach the situation. And a lot of people, to me, with the communication wise, once again, social media, cool. We can say it creates body dysmorphia or people have beliefs, but we can say that the same thing about tabloids or magazines with different body types in it. And the
yeah,
biggest thing, like you said, you can approach your partner, hey, yo, let's go work out, let's go do this. That might not be their motif, but you give them or you validate them. Well, hey, babe, I know you said this, you want to do this. Let's try this. Let's see if this
yeah,
works. Let's put out this together. Let's do these things together versus most people, because it's weird to me, like when you hear this now, and I've seen it before, most people be like, hey, you gaining a little weight. You might want to do something about that. You might want to, you've had too many plates already. You sure you need
yeah,
that sugar?
yeah. Yeah, facts. I think that's the thing is people just too scared to tell their partner, hey, you're putting on a little bit of weight, or I feel like you're not taking care of yourself as the way you should, or whatever. And my personal thing is personally, look, at the end of the day, in a sense, for me, I do like thicker women, right? But I don't, I, I don't necessarily care how big you are. I care that you care about yourself into the sense that you take care of yourself by going to the gym. There are six saying as long, even if you're a bigger person, and you're trying to work out, you're working out daily, you're still healthier than somebody who's skinny that doesn't even work out, that can eat whatever they want. You know what I mean?
110%.
And that's how I view it. So it's my thing is like, yo, I don't really care how big, just go to the gym and work out and do something for yourself. That's how I look at it, right? I don't have no real body, but I personally do prefer bigger women, right? And I am glad I'm starting to see that more women who are more plus size in a sense are trying to start take care of themselves. Not just, oh, I'm this, I'm that. And no, they're actually going to the gym and working out. And then, yeah, is the benefits of working out, you might lose some weight, you might tone up. Yes, that's 100%. And
Yeah.
same thing too. I feel like I'm starting to see the reverse. I see a lot of dudes who are like real skinny and are starting to realize, yo, I need to put some weight on, man. I need to start working out and getting better. And does everybody in the whole wide world go to the gym and work out daily? No, fuck no. No, some people don't have that, don't know how to build that mentality, but you got to start somewhere. But not to go too far down into the health thing. At the end of the day, the goal is for you guys both to work together on each other, right? And say the right things and feed each other positively, right?
Yeah.
But like I said,
And the
depending on
biggest thing too is, look, check this out. Temptation is everywhere, and temptation is always going to be everywhere.
yeah,
It is up to you as a person, be it man, woman, whatever. Life is a constant test. You can't be like, oh, if you know you with somebody or married to someone, okay, cool, let it go. This is what it is. Temptation is always going to be out there, regardless. It's not, well, social media made me do it.
yeah.
Who do I have a hall pass with?
I don't
If-
even me going through my own stuff. Like at the end of the day, everything in life is a choice. You choose what you want to do. You choose, and you can't be an adult and say you didn't know. Oh, it was an accident. Like, bro, at the end of the day, you still made that choice. Drunk, high, whatever. You still have enough subconscious through your state of mind that you made a choice to go do what you do, man or woman. Don't sit here and try to play the innocent card. Like, oh, I didn't know. We just woke up in bed. Like, no, bro, you fucking knew. It's like at the end of the day.
The
You know what I'm
first thing
saying?
I ever heard, the craziest excuse I ever heard was I slipped on a banana and I fell in.
Whoa, that's
What?
That is crazy. Yeah, it was fucking. He had a Curious George monkey and he threw the banana and I just slipped it right in the pussy. I was like, oh, so it was cool to eat the bag of chips over here.
It was crazy. There's another situation. Okay, you remember this, right? Once again, I don't like using names when I tell some of the stories because, hey,
You know,
not my
was just
story.
like Curious,
But at that time,
Curious George.
nah, I'm not gonna say that. So you know the big homie, when we were out here in Bahrain on the ship, I remember this. This was the craziest lie to me, and his girl believed it. He told his girl, "Well, the reason why I can't call you every day is because they don't have cell phones out here. They don't have cell towers. All we can use is pay phones." And he looked me dead in the face, and he was saying this, and it almost had me convinced that we didn't use cell phones out here during that time, even though I had a cell phone in my hand, to be like, yeah, we only can use payphone. That's it. That's the only reason why. That's the reason why he can't call every day. The change is different that you got to put in the machine and dial because it's a rotary at the same time. I was like, man, I was like, yeah, she believed it. He's like, yeah, she believed it. I don't know if she really believed it, but it got him out of calling his girl every day while he was doing X, Y, and Z.
That is crazy work, bro.
It is. It is.
Men will go through the depths to make up a lie to do their dirt. But you know the sad part? We'll go through the depths to make up a lie to do our dirt. But women will be blatant and tell the truth and do what they do and find a way to do their dirt while they're telling the truth.
Hey,
you know what I'm
saying? Since we talk about that, when women tell the truth about doing their dirt, why? Why? No. Listen to this. Why do men then out here they punch in the air like, why are you doing this to me? When you was out here literally doing the same thing. Exactly. You out here punching the air and you break it down. The reason why I cheated on you is because my dog died yesterday, my grandma died today, and we gotta go bury her. And Sophie, she was there to comfort me because you didn't want to comfort me because you was out there with that man.
Bro, the craziest thing, the realest shit I ever heard, and I've heard it on both sides of the track from a man and a female. How you expect your partner should be loyal when you can't even be loyal to yourself or your partner? You know what I'm saying? So when they out here and they go do their dirt, you know what I'm saying? Real, that's the realest shit. You don't know. You can't even be loyal to yourself to stay loyal to your partner. That's what it really comes down to.
The most loyal thing that y'all would do is come home together, and that's it.
Yeah. That's it. And so it's like, do people build character flaws and have character flaws that they can work on? Yeah, like cheating is a character flaw, bro. There's something deep down inside that made you do it, and you haven't found that reason why, and you keep accepting it. And really, is you're hurt deeply by something. So the way you cover it up is by doing things that appease you doing the deep work, right? Yeah. And answering up to yourself. But to bring that back, that's like I said, it's what you absorb on social media can affect your relationship. Does it ruin it? No, but it can affect how you view your partner in different ways, especially when y'all going through things. So you just have to be cognizant of what you feed through your algorithm, what you want to look at every day. Like I said, I had to change
No, go ahead.
I was just saying I had to change my whole, like I said, I deleted all the models and all that stuff. Now most of my feed is all financial wealth, all this other stuff, just because I was like, bro, I'm trying to I keep telling myself I want to be a self-millionaire, but I wasn't building that aspect. And so now I'm like, okay, I got to reframe my whole mind and change my mindset. And it's good. I'm much happier. Actually, I have more mental clarity, and I fought through a lot of demons, man. But
also too, that goes into the red pill, the blue pill, those arguments and what people want to believe, and all the stress of, oh yeah, I'm an alpha male, you're a beta, and it leads into these crazy conversations of gender roles and what beliefs are, and oh, this is what a man should be doing, or this is what a woman should be doing. I'm only going to do it if he pays my bills. Me personally, yes, I agree with you to an extent, and I'm not trying to say people are weak-minded who have to do what you did, right? You clear all this stuff off your social media. No, it's about what helps you and makes you a better person at the end of the day. right? The
Yeah.
people who are weak-minded are the ones who don't try to change themselves and try to figure this out. And it goes
Yeah.
into that, and let's get off the cheating and the red pill and stuff like that. Let's get into the other
Yeah.
part of what we're talking about with friendships. Me personally, I don't believe social media will ruin friendships. Social media will show you something that, hey, this person is either really not your friend or who you thought they were. And it's not talking about disagreements. Oh, hey, the friend group didn't invite you this, but then you see it on social media, everybody's at a party. Hey guys, why did not get invited? Because you're a Debbie Downer. That's why. We didn't want to tell you, Roger, but Roger, you're a Debbie
Yeah.
Downer every time you go out. We don't
Every
want to
time
be
you
around
get,
you.
you freaking get drunk and you get all sappy, and we're just trying to have a good
Yeah.
time, bro. And we ain't trying to be around all that.
No,
But
you
yeah,
ain't trying to
no.
be around.
It's also too, it's about substance too, right? The thing I've been on lately is kind of obviously you got friends in your time feed that you've had friends. We grew up in the social media era, right? From Facebook
Mhm.
to from
Let's start with
MySpace.
Let's not be
Yeah, from
disrespectful.
MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah, from MySpace to Facebook to Instagram, all these, we grew up in that era, right? So obviously you probably still got friends on your freaking Facebook from when Facebook first opened that you never really talked to us, right? And that's fine. And then you got your friends,
I was in
your
college
core
when
friends.
Facebook opened. I was in
Yeah.
college when Facebook opened.
I was in my first year of the Navy when Facebook opened. But like either way the cut goes, it's like you still probably got friends and stuff on there that you know you haven't talked to in a while. And then you start seeing some of the substance, I call it the substance that they post, and you're like, damn, bro, you're still stuck somewhere. And that's fine. That's cool. Do what you do. But at the end of the day, that means in my head, the actual your true circle that's around you, they're in the same place too. There's no real, you don't really post any solid substance saying like, and I'm not saying social media has to prove how well you're doing in life, but like when you start seeing certain things, it's damn, bro, what are you really doing, man? I don't see much from you. And it's not like I'm a snoop or nothing, but and go on people's page and be looking at all that stuff. But when you do post something, all you see is the same supple thing over and over and over again. You always kind of start building your own conclusion about this person. Is it messed up? Yeah, 100%. You're kind of being a little bit judgmental, but at the same time, if you're like, man, all this dude is posting about shoes, what is he doing in life? But you kind of start being like,
And
what
you know
else?
what's
Like, what
crazy?
else is good? Like,
Some people try to live through social media because they don't really live like that in real life.
yeah,
Like for the most part, when I was talking to this one person, she said, I don't really know what you do anymore because you don't ever post anything on social media like that. You post a lot of stuff to your stories, but it's all feel good stuff. But you
Yeah.
never really post anything to your main page. And at the end of the day, I don't really post anything to my main page because what is there to post? I post every once in a while some of the things that I want to share with everybody because I want to send out a mass text in the group chats and the family chats and stuff like that. And it's easier just to hit everybody, hey, yo, I made rank. Hey, I'm coming home. Or hey, I got this one random award, stuff like that. And some people like you only share the good things. I shared a couple of bad things that happened, and that's it. Because to me personally, where I'm at in life, I stay in the. I talk about this. I stay in my swim lane. I go outside my swim lane every once in a while and do certain things and do other things, but there's not really much bad I can say
Yeah.
or literally that goes on in my life. Outside
Yeah.
of a few deaths here and there, there's no real bad things. And don't get me wrong, I have good things that go on. But at the same time, I'm not that type of person. Every time a relationship ends, it's oh my God, I don't know what to say. But if you see old girl with somebody else, please don't hit me up talking about once again, people and even celebrities now are learning how to keep their relationships private from the world. And don't get me wrong, I
Yeah.
used to be one of those people who's like, well, if you don't post me, I don't know if we really together. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I,
hey, look, it's up to you. If you want to post me, cool. I'll add it to the page. If you don't want to post me, I know we're together. And if you're doing other stuff, once we say, hey, we're exclusive, then that's on you. And I can be like, all right, cool. We're done.
yeah. 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 I think too, so many people, they get in their feelings about, oh, my spouse doesn't post me or whatever. We'll do whatever. Are you posting your spouse though too? Maybe they feel some type of way. And that's a conversation y'all both need to have. Right. If you, but I also feel like you have to be there in your relationship to want to post your spouse You know what I mean? But you can't but mind you, it's your social media. Before social media, motherfucker, you wasn't really posting your spouse on the internet. Y'all just take pictures together. If y'all still taking pictures together to have memories, it wasn't matter. So
At the, at the end of the day, to me, you want to know another one?
Yeah.
You know another one that used to get people in trouble? MySpace top 8.
I've dang near forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. People will get in their feelings.
MySpace top 8.
Hey
man, I thought we was good.
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
fine.
bro. Bro, I forgot about that, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're
I
right.
thought we was homies.
But it's even like
And then
stuff, you know.
I think, am I wrong about this too? It went from top 8 to top 16 at one point, right?
I don't know. I have to look that up. Maybe it did. I stopped using MySpace, like pretty much right when.
Hey, bro, MySpace was dope because it let you write in certain scripts and codes and do different things, make your page look cool and all that stuff. But at the same time, MySpace was one of the first social medias that, okay, cool. Let me change my view on it and say this. MySpace caused trouble in the sense of if you wasn't on that top 8 or that top 16, you was like, oh, so we really not friends. Oh, so we really not together like that. I thought we was, boom, we was just out here celebrating. In fact, I put the picture of us as my profile picture.
Yeah.
Because you remember it used to be the people with the same picture in the top 8 or top 16. You know when one of them changed the picture? Oh yeah, they done. They fell out.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah, facts. That shit was funny. I was like, I seen some shit the other day. He's, man, I don't post my girl because I don't know who else she could be. I don't know who else is like, he's like, yeah, I don't post my girl because I don't know who else she could be. She could, whatever. What's the term? She could be to or whatever. Yeah. He said, oh, I don't post my girl because I don't know who else she could be fucking with. I was like, that makes sense. I get it. He's like, I don't really know. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, I get it. But that's sad that you have to think like that. Like you can't have that security. Like, all right, she's mine now. Cool. I post whatever. We're in a world of time where, I get what he's saying. Like,
bro, hey, you just made me think of something, right? So this happened in junior high, and this was the coldest thing to me when I was in junior high, and it's crazy now to think back about it. And it was, I'm not condoning it, but it was smart. So this dude was dating 2 girls at the same time. In junior high, you have, depending on how big your school is, you have classes on the opposite side of the school majority of the time. You know how he never messed it up? They had the same name. They were just 2 different ethnicities, but they had the same name.
Well played.
Yeah, well played. And then, guess who messed it up? And it wasn't intentionally messing it up. Look, I'm just saying this. It was me. I didn't intentionally mess it up.
You ought to be that like.
I didn't intentionally mess it up. I tried to talk to one of them, and this would happen. So this is what happened. So I tried to talk to one of them, and I didn't notice. Like I said at the time, I didn't notice until it actually happened in real time. That I was sitting there and I was talking to her, blah blah. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you're so sweet, you're so cool, blah blah, this and that." But I'm talking to insert name. She said his name, and I was like, "Oh, you're that person." I thought he was talking about the other person. And I caught myself doing this, and I was like, well, oh, all right, I'm gonna go. And I guess that triggered the event because later on that day, you see all 3 of them in the hallway arguing about who was dating who. And once again, like I said, it wasn't intentional. It was an honest mistake. I didn't mean to mess up somebody's game and what was going on at the time. Things happen.
Pimp down, pimp of distress.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it turned to.
Yeah, I never really had a situation like that. Luckily, me and my homies in high school, we didn't really like. We were always doing our dirt with our little high school chick. I mean, I did some sly shit too, man. The girl I was with, I took a hold of the girl at prom, bro. It was crazy. I did some sly shit. I never forget that. She's like, I can't believe you didn't ask me. You're taking somebody else. I was like, oh well.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, I was like, man, didn't even care, bro. It is what it is. Still don't matter with her later that night. It was crazy. I was like, you good now? But No, man, I think overall at the end of the day, yeah, will social media ruin relationships? I think it will if you allow it to, right? And what you, like I said, what you take in as a substance. Like I said, most of my feeds on all my social medias is all positive, and especially my personal page, right? It's all positive stuff. And I usually just try to sell funny shit or some weird political stuff. A couple pages I follow, but nothing crazy where it's like, what the heck is he on? But I do ultimately feel like I'm glad I did make that change. I need to just get rid of all this stuff that I think is negatively mess with my subconscious. So since then, it's been good, man. Get my natural dopamine high back and just being happy with life instead of just doom scrolling all the time. Now I'm just mostly looking to see
Yeah.
the views on our pages and see how they're growing and all that stuff. Other than that, man, I try not to be on my phone as much as possible throughout the day, unless I'm trying to do stuff for the podcast or the Colin brand and stuff like that. But no, man, at the end of the day, you shouldn't build your relationship around social media. I think that's what a lot of people now I see nowadays is they're trying to build. Well, you didn't do this, or we didn't post together, or we need to take this picture, or we whatever happened to just enjoying the moment. Before social media, you just enjoyed the moment together with your
Yeah.
person or with your homies. You don't always have to take that selfie and all that stuff. Bro, we had a moment in life and that shit was dope. You got the memory, and that's all
Yeah.
that matters realistically.
Because truthfully, if some of the things that were posted during our time of some of the stuff that we did, looking back at it, you'll be like, how did we survive? Two, some of y'all should be in jail. Some of y'all should be in jail. And then three, you would never live it down because some people didn't glow up. And that's okay. I'm one of those people. I got a face that only a mother can love. But, you
Hey,
know,
man. As long as a duck is still a duck, we all good, baby.
as long as the duck is still duck, it's the craziest statement and the wildest thing. I won't say it is one of the wildest things in my career, but it will always be up there in that moment in time. A duck is a duck, and I'm trying to identify if this duck is a swan. What did you just say?
Thanks.
You need to stop drinking, sir.
Other than that,
You need
for
to
this
stop
episode,
drinking.
I'm tapped out. Y'all have a blessed and mighty day, week, whatever. So have you, man. This is Grumpy Gills. Love, peace, chicken grease.
Love, peace, chicken grease. We out.